Step into the unknown with the shadow frequency and your host, Matt Wilson, as he takes you where the shadows hum.
This drawer is stuck again. Oh, wait. Got it. All right. Well, this is unsettling. Matt, why is there a glowing rock shaped like a human face in here?
A glowing rock? Juniper, that's either cursed or someone's really bad at arts and crafts. Please tell me it's not staring at you.
Oh, it's staring all right, and humming. I think I'll just slide it back into the abyss.
Good call. The file cabinet of doom never disappoints. Dust, cobwebs, socks from another dimension, and now sentient lawn ornaments.
Speaking of weirdness, tucked behind that glowing rock, I found something even stranger. A thick yellowed file labeled Time Caves Shaver. It looks like it hasn't been opened for decades.
That's the one. The Shaver Mystery. Time caves, ancient subterranean beings, secret civilizations hidden beneath our feet. Tonight we're cracking open one of the strangest and most controversial tales in paranormal history.
Listeners, hold on to your lanterns. Episode 193, Time Caves of the Shaver Mystery, begins now. The air grows heavy tonight, listeners, as we descend into a tale from the 1920s that pulses with unearthly strangeness. Deep beneath the rolling hills of Kentucky, Richard Shaver claimed to uncover a secret. A subterranean world where ancient beings wielded technology to bend time itself. These weren't just caves, they were gateways, humming with a sinister frequency that could unravel the very fabric of reality. So dim the lights, lean closer, and let the shadows pull you in. Matt, what's waiting for us in the dark tonight?
Oh, Juniper, you got my pulse racing already. Time-warping caves and ancient tech? That's the kind of mystery that keeps me up at night.
Right.
Ready to crack this one open?
Absolutely, Matt. Lead us into the abyss.
Thank you, Juniper, for digging into the file cabinet and pulling out this gem of a case. Tonight, we're diving headfirst into the Shaver Mystery, a story so bizarre, so unsettling, it's been whispered about for decades. Picture this. It's the 1920s, and a man named Richard Shaver, a welder with no particular claim to fame, starts hearing voices. Not just any voices, disembodied whispers, crackling like static from another dimension, spilling secrets of a hidden world beneath our feet. Shaver claimed he stumbled upon something extraordinary in the caves of Kentucky. Not just natural caverns, mind you, but vast, labyrinthine tunnels carved by an ancient civilization. These weren't your average spelunking spots. According to Shaver, these caves were alive with strange machinery, devices that hummed with a low, bone-rattling frequency. He called them time caves, and for good reason. The beings who built them, shadowy entities he dubbed the Deros, had mastered technology that could twist time itself. Imagine stepping into a chamber where seconds stretched into centuries, or where the past and future bled together like ink on wet paper. Shaver described the Deros as malevolent, almost demonic creatures, degenerate remnants of a race that once thrived underground. They weren't human, but they weren't entirely alien either. Their machines, glowing with an eerie phosphorescent light, could manipulate reality. Shaver claimed he saw visions induced by these devices, glimpses of ancient wars, forgotten cities, and moments yet to come. One chilling account described a cave wall that shimmered like a liquid mirror, showing him his own death in a dozen different timelines. The air in these caves, he said, was thick with a metallic tang, and the deeper you went, the more you felt watched. The creepiest part? Shaver insisted the Deros were still down there, tinkering with their time machines, toying with the surface world like puppeteers. He said their tech sent out rays that could influence thoughts, plant nightmares, or even pull people into their subterranean lairs. Some who ventured too close to the cave entrances never returned. Locals in 1920s Kentucky whispered of hikers vanishing, their screams echoing from caverns that seemed to swallow sound itself. As Shaver's stories spread, it gripped the imagination of pulp magazine readers, who devoured his accounts like forbidden scripture. He claimed the caves were hidden, their entrances guarded by illusions or sealed by the Deros tech. But the question lingers, what was powering those machines? And why did Shaver feel compelled to warn the world about what he'd seen? The deeper we go, the darker this gets. So here we are, standing at the mouth of a cave that might just unravel time itself. Juniper, you feeling brave enough to step inside?
Brave? Matt, I'm already hearing those Deros whispering my name. Let's see what's next.
Oh, we're just getting started. Over to you, Juniper.
Okay, listeners, I hope you're as spooked as I am right now. Time-bending caves and sinister Deros? That's the kind of story that makes you double-check your basement door. What do you think? Could there really be something down there, twisting the fabric of time? We'll dive deeper in a moment, but first let's hear from our friend Chris Beach with a quick word.
Sure, Juniper. Quick reminder, folks. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Follow the Shadow Frequency on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and any podcast app you use. Our home base is shadowfrequencypodcast.com. You can stream every episode there, read our new Shadow blog posts, grab some paranormal merch, and even drop us a voicemail. Let us know where you're listening from, and we just might play it on an upcoming show. And if you're enjoying what we do and want to help out, consider buying us a coffee. We truly appreciate the support. Back over to Juniper.
Thank you, Chris. All right, let's crank up the spectral cosmic message materializer. Let's flip the switches here, tuning the static. Look at that, an eerie little notes flickering through the void. All right, let's crack it open and see what one of our listeners has to say. Here's a message from Melissa in McCalla, Florida. It says, "Hi, Matt and Juniper. I just wanted to let you both know how much I enjoy the Shadow Frequency. I live down here in Florida, and I usually listen while I'm winding down on my porch in the evenings. The crickets and tree frogs set the perfect creepy background while your stories unfold. It almost feels like I'm sitting in the middle of one of your episodes. Sometimes I also play the podcast during my morning drive to work, especially when I take the long, winding back roads. Nothing like a good cryptid story to make you glance in the rearview mirror a little more often. Thanks for keeping me entertained and spooked, Melissa, Ocala, Florida." Melissa, that's so awesome to hear. I can just picture you on that porch, the night alive with those frog and cricket symphonies, getting lost in our creepy tales, and those back roads. Oh, I bet they feel extra eerie with a Shadow Frequency story playing. Keep those rearview mirrors checked, and thanks for tuning in. Want to share your own spooky thoughts? Drop us a line at shadowpodcast@protonmail.com. All right, Matt, take us back into those time caves.
Welcome back, listeners, as we plunge deeper into the Shaver mystery and its unsettling time caves. Richard Shaver's accounts paint a picture of a subterranean world that's equal parts mesmerizing and terrifying. He claimed the Deros technology wasn't just about bending time, it was about control. Their machines, he said, could project images directly into the minds of surface dwellers, making people see things that weren't there or forget things that were. Imagine walking through a Kentucky forest, feeling an inexplicable urge to wander toward a cave entrance, only to vanish into the dark. Shaver swore he'd seen evidence of this, strange carvings on cave walls depicting humans being harvested by the Deros for their experiments. One particularly chilling story from Shaver involved a device he called the chrono engine. He described it as a massive pulsating orb, suspended in a cavern so vast it defied geometry. The orb emitted a low hum that made your teeth ache and your thoughts blur. Shaver claimed that standing near it caused him to see fragments of his own life, moments from his childhood, glimpses of futures that never happened. He said the Deros used this machine to edit time, erasing people or events from existence. One wrong step in those caves and you might not just get lost, you might never have been. But here's something to chew on, listeners. While Shaver's tales are dripping with paranormal dread, some have wondered if there's more grounded explanation. Could his vivid visions have been the result of mental strain or even exposure to something toxic in those caves? In the 1920s, Kentucky's mining industry was booming, and some caverns were known to contain pockets of methane or other gases that could induce hallucinations. Maybe Shaver stumbled into one of these pockets, his mind spinning wild stories to make sense of the disorientation. It's a rational thought, but it doesn't explain the carvings, the disappearances, or the eerie consistency of his accounts over years. Still, the paranormal pull of this mystery is hard to shake. Shaver claimed the Deros were watching us even now, their machines humming beneath our feet, subtly shaping our reality. He warned that anyone who got too close to the truth, anyone who found a time cave, might become their next target. The caves, he said, are still out there, hidden in plain sight, their entrances cloaked by forces we can't comprehend. And if you listen closely, on a quiet night in Kentucky, you might just hear that low, unearthly hum. So Jennifer, are we booking a spelunking trip to Kentucky, or are we staying far away from those time caves?
Matt, I'm all for adventure, but I'm not sure I want my timeline rewritten by a creepy cave gremlins.
Yeah.
That skepticism about gas leaks makes sense, though. Maybe Shaver was just high on methane?
Maybe, but I'm not taking chances. Over to you, Juniper.
What a wild ride through the Shaver mystery, listeners. Those time caves and their reality-bending Deros have me double-checking every shadow in my house tonight. Thank you for joining us on this eerie journey into episode 193 of The Shadow Frequency. We love hearing from you, so keep those spooky stories and thoughts coming to shadowpodcast@protonmail.com. Check out more creepy content on our website, shadowfrequencypodcast.com. And connect with us on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Rumble, and don't forget we're on Pandora now. Join us next time as we unearth another strange case from the shadows. Matt, want to say goodnight?
Good night, listeners. Watch out for those caves.
Sleep tight, everyone. Or maybe don't sleep at all. Until next time, stay spooky, shadow seekers.
This episode was produced with a commitment to exploring the unexplained while grounding our discussion in documented discoveries. All interpretations are speculative and intended for entertainment purposes.